All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises and glory and honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Ruel. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect, the Bayat Dawadah, the house of David. Right, so this is going to be a quick one, a spiritual quick hit to the spirit. All right, a spiritual quick hit to the spirit. You see? All right, so let's go right into this here. Okay, this is the 3rd John, right? The first chapter. Okay, let's start at the 11th verse, right? We're gonna get some precepts off of that. It says, "Beloved, follow not that which is evil, but that which is good." Right, and we follow Yahweh Shai. You see, we follow after the Lamb whithersoever so he goeth. You see, we follow after the ways of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, it says, "But that which is good, he that doeth good is of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, but he that doeth evil have not seen Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai." You see? All right, so let's go ahead and get some precepts off of this right here. Okay? All right, so this is Exodus 23:2. It says, "Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a case to decline after many to wrestle judgment." Okay, Psalms 37:27. "Depart from evil and do good and dwell forevermore." You see, you're supposed to dwell forevermore in the presence of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Now, we're going to be perfect here on this side? No. But we understand the things that we are not to do and the things that we are to do. You see? Okay? Proverbs 12:11, it says, "He that tilleth his land shall be satisfied with bread, but he that followeth vain persons is void of understanding." You see that? That's plain. All right? Isaiah 1, chapter 1 and verse number 16 and 17, it says, "Wash you, make you clean. Put away the evil of your doings from before mine eyes." It says, "Cease to do evil. Learn to do well. Seek judgment." It says, "Revile the oppressed, judge the fatherless, and plead for the widow." John 10:27. "My sheep hear my voice, and who's the shepherd? Yahweh Shai." You see, that's our way back to the Father, Yahweh. That's the middleman, right? That's our arbitrary. Okay? So we follow after Yahweh Shai, man. We follow after Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. It says, "My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me." See that? John 12:26. "If any man serve me, let him follow me. And where I am, there shall also my servant be. If any man serve me, him will my Father honor." You see that? Who's the Father? Yahweh. The omnipotent, the supreme being. You see? The everlasting. Yahweh. Okay? You see? Second in command to him is Yahweh Shai. See that? 1 Corinthians 4:16, it says, "Wherefore I beseech you, I beg you," all right? "Be ye followers of me." This is Paul speaking. All right? It's 1 Corinthians 11:1, because Paul was a follower of Yahweh Shai. You see? All right? 1 Corinthians 11:1, it says, "Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Hamashiach." See? Of Yahweh Shai, the Hamashiach. Ephesians 5:1, it says, "Be ye therefore followers of Yahweh as dear children." Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Philippians 3:17, it says, "Brethren, be followers together of me, and mark them which walk so as ye have us for an example." Okay? 1 Thessalonians 1:6, it says, "And ye become followers of us and of the Lord, having received the word in much affliction, with joy of the Holy Spirit." 1 Thessalonians 2:14, "For ye, brethren, have followers of the churches of Yahweh, which is in Judea, are in the Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, for ye also have suffered like things of your own countrymen," right? "Even as they have of the Jews." See? 2 Timothy 3:10, it says, "But thou hast fully known my doctrine, manner of life, purpose, faith, long-suffering, charity, and patience." Hebrews 6:12, that ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises. See? All right? 1 Peter 3:13, it says, and who is that he, Salakia, and who is he that will harm you if ye be followers of that which is good? That's right. You're supposed to be followers of that which is good. You see? All right? And that's why we have our apostles set up. The apostles of Great Millstone, starting with Apostle Tahar all the way down. You see? Because they are followers of Yahweh Shai. You see? Okay? They are followers of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You see? Let's get these last few precepts here. 1 Peter 3:11, it says, let him enshow evil and do good, and let him seek peace and ensure it. 1 John 2:29, if ye know that he is righteous, ye know that every one that doeth righteousness is born of him. You see that? 1 John 3:6-9, it says, whosoever abideth in him sinneth not. Whosoever sinneth have not seen him, neither known him. Little children, let no man deceive you. He that doeth righteousness is righteous, even as he is righteous. He that committeth sin is of the devil. For the devil sinneth from the beginning. For this purpose the Son of Yahweh, right, was manifest, that he might destroy the works of the devil. It says, whosoever is born of Yahweh, right, doeth not commit sin, for his seed remaineth in him, and he cannot sin because he is born of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, last precept, John 3:20. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light. You see, for everyone that doeth evil hateth the light. And what is the light? The truth, the wisdom, the knowledge and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You hate this truth. You hate this word. You hate Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You see? Okay? It says, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. Right? At least your works will be reproved. Your evil works will be reproved by this word, man. You see? Okay? Alright, so with that, we're going to give all praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Marakak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of Ruel. Peace and blessings and citations to the hopeful elect, the Bayat Awadad, Al David, Kwam Yasha Allah, Abba Babal, Shalom.